ACCUPLACER Next Generation Arithmetic Full Practice Test. Question 1. During an ACCUPLACER practice session, 4 packets contain 15 arithmetic cards each, and 10 extra cards are added. How many cards are there altogether? Option A 70, Option B 29, Option C 50, Option D 210. The correct answer is option A, 70. Multiply 4 by 15 to get 60, then add 10 extra cards for a total of 70. Choice B gives 29, which adds the 3 numbers instead of multiplying the packets by the cards in each packet, and choice C gives 50, which subtracts the extra cards instead of adding them. Choice D gives 210, which adds the extra cards to the packet count before multiplying. Question 2. Which number of pencils will be in each study kit if 90 pencils are divided equally among 10 kits? Option A 100, Option B 9, Option C 80, Option D 19. The correct answer is option B, 9. Divide the total number of pencils by the number of kits. 90 divided by 10 equals 9. Choice A gives 100, which adds the group count to the total instead of dividing, and choice C gives 80, which subtracts the group count from the total. Choice D gives 19, which adds the number of groups to the quotient. Question 3. A student has $78 for exam supplies and spends $31.75. How much money remains? Option A $109.75, Option B $78, Option C $46.25, Option D $47. The correct answer is option C, $46.25. Subtract the amount spent from the starting amount, $78 minus $31.75 equals $46.25. Choice A gives $109.75, which adds the spending to the starting amount, and choice B gives $78, which keeps the original amount and does not subtract the purchase. Choice D gives $47, which drops the cents before subtracting, which changes the remaining money.
Stressed about your Illinois real estate exam? We can take Illinois real estate exam for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 4. If an arithmetic question asks for the value of 4 plus 5 times 5 minus 1, which value should be chosen? Option A 44, Option B 24, Option C 30, Option D 28. The correct answer is option D, 28. Apply order of operations by multiplying first. 5 times 5 equals 25, then compute 4 plus 25 minus 1 equals 28. Choice A gives 44, which adds before multiplying and breaks the order of operations, and choice B gives 24, which subtracts inside the multiplication before it is allowed. Choice C gives 30, which adds the final number instead of subtracting it. Question 5. How should a student identify the greatest decimal among 2.47, 2.54, 2.38, and 2.475 for practice set 21? Option A 2.54, Option B 2.47, Option C 2.38, Option D 2.475. The correct answer is option A, 2.54. Line up the decimal points and compare place values. 2.54 has the greatest value. Choice B gives 2.47, which is smaller once the decimal places are lined up and compared from left to right, and choice C gives 2.38, which is smaller once the decimal places are lined up and compared from left to right. Choice D gives 2.475, which is smaller once the decimal places are lined up and compared from left to right. Question 6. After measuring a practice minus table length of 5.161, which value is 5.161 rounded to the nearest tenth? Option A 5, Option B 5.2, Option C 5.16, Option D 5.1. The correct answer is option B, 5.2. The hundredths digit is 6, so the tenths digit rounds up and 5.161 becomes 5.2. Choice A gives 5, which rounds to the nearest whole number instead of the nearest tenth, and choice C gives 5.16, which rounds to the nearest hundredth, which is too many decimal places. Choice D gives 5.1, which truncates the number and ignores the hundredths digit. Question 7. Which fraction is equivalent to 2/5 for practice set 21? Option A 8/11, Option B 12/11, Option C 12/30, Option D 8/30. The correct answer is option C, 12/30. Equivalent fractions are formed by multiplying the numerator and denominator by the same non-zero number, so 2/5 times 6/6 equals 12/30. Choice A gives 8/11, which adds the same number to the numerator and denominator, which does not preserve equivalence, and choice B gives 12/11, which multiplies only the numerator while changing the denominator by addition. Choice D gives 8/30, which changes both parts in different ways instead of multiplying both by the same factor. Question 8. How can the fraction 20/28 be written in simplest form for practice set 21? Option A, 5/28, option B, 27, option C, 9/11, option D, 5/7. The correct answer is option D, 5/7. Divide both 20 and 28 by their common factor 4 to get 5/7. Choice A gives 5/28, which divides only the numerator by the common factor, and choice B gives 27, which divides only the denominator by the common factor. Choice C gives 9/11, which uses addition rather than reducing by a common factor.
Are you looking for Illinois real estate exam actual questions? Visit our website pokerexams.com to access Illinois real estate exam study guide with actual questions and answers. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to get Illinois real estate exam answer key today.
Question 9. The sum of 2/7 and 3/14 is which value for practice set 21? Option A, 1/2, option B, 5/21, option C, 1/14, option D, 3/49. The correct answer is option A, 1/2. Use a common denominator and add the fractional parts. 2/7 plus 3/14 equals 1/2. Choice B gives 5/21, which adds denominators as well as numerators, and choice C gives 1/14, which subtracts the fractions instead of adding them. Choice D gives 3/49, which multiplies the fractions instead of finding their sum. Question 10. A recipe uses 6/11 cup of flour and then removes 1/11 cup. Which fraction of a cup remains? Option A, 5/22, option B, 5/11, option C, 7/11, option D, 7/22. The correct answer is option B, 5/11. Because the denominators are the same, subtract only the numerators. 6 minus 1 equals 5, giving 5/11. Choice A gives 5/22, which subtracts the numerators but also changes the denominator, and choice C gives 7/11, which adds the numerators instead of subtracting them. Choice D gives 7/22, which adds both numerators and denominators. Question 11. One practice shortcut asks for 3/7 times 4/5. Which product is correct for practice set 21? Option A, 43/35, option B, 1, option C, 12/35, option D, 1/5. The correct answer is option C, 12/35. Multiply straight across. 3 times 4 equals 12 and 7 times 5 equals 35, which simplifies to 12/35. Choice A gives 43/35, which adds the fractions instead of multiplying numerators and denominators, and choice B gives 1, which multiplies the numerators but adds the denominators. Choice D gives 1/5, which adds the numerators while multiplying the denominators. Question 12. When dividing 7/12 by February 5, which quotient should a test taker select for practice set 21? Option A, 7/30, option B, 24/35, option C, 59/60, option D, 35/24. The correct answer is option D, 35/24. Keep 7/12, change division to multiplication, and use the reciprocal 5/2. The quotient simplifies to 35/24. Choice A gives 7/30, which multiplies by the divisor instead of multiplying by its reciprocal, and choice B gives 24/35, which flips the first fraction rather than the second fraction. Choice C gives 59/60, which adds the two fractions instead of dividing. Question 13. If a student studies 5 3/8 hours on Monday and 4.5 hours on Tuesday, how many hours does the student study in all for practice set 21? Option A, 9 7/8, option B, 9, option C, 9 7/16, option D, 9 1/8. The correct answer is option A, 9 7/8. Add the whole numbers and the fractional parts separately, then simplify. 5 3/8 plus 4.5 equals 9 7/8. Choice B gives 9, which ignores the fractional parts completely, and choice C gives 9 7/16, which adds the denominators when combining the fractional parts. Choice D gives 9 1/8, which subtracts the fractional parts rather than adding them. Question 14. At a bookstore, one workbook costs $27.19 and a set of note cards costs $18.50. How much do they cost together? Option A, $8.69. Option B, $45.69. Option C, $46.69. Option D, $45. The correct answer is option B, $45.69. Add dollars and cents carefully. $27.19 plus $18.50 equals $45.69. Choice A gives $8.69, which subtracts the prices instead of adding both costs, and choice C gives $46.69, which adds an extra dollar that is not part of the purchase. Choice D gives $45, which adds only whole dollars and ignores the cents. Question 15. A recipe uses 1.32 cups of oats per batch. How many cups are needed for 8 batches? Option A, 9.32. Option B, 11.88. Option C, 10.56. Option D, 1.056. The correct answer is option C, 10.56. Multiply the amount per batch by the number of batches. 1.32 times 8 equals 10.56. Choice A gives 9.32, which adds the number of batches to the amount per batch, and choice B gives 11.88, which uses one extra batch. Choice D gives 1.056, which moves the decimal point one place too far left. Question 16. Which number is 5% of 2,400? Option A, 2,405. Option B, 2,395. Option C, 5. Option D, 120. The correct answer is option D, 120. Convert 5% to 5/100 and multiply by 2,400, giving 120. Choice A gives 2,405, which adds the percent number to the original amount, and choice B gives 2,395, which subtracts the percent number as if it were a whole minus number amount. Choice C gives 5, which uses the percent value itself rather than taking that percent of the amount. Question 17. During a review sale, a calculator priced at $38 is discounted by 15%. What is the sale price? Option A, $32.30. Option B, $5.70. Option C, $43.70. Option D, $23. The correct answer is option A, $32.30. First find the discount. 15% of $38 equals $5.70, then subtract it to get $32.30. Choice B gives $5.70, which finds only the discount amount, not the final sale price, and choice C gives $43.70, which adds the discount instead of subtracting it. Choice D gives $23, which subtracts the percent number as dollars rather than as a percent of the price. Question 18. After a tutoring center increases its weekly practice minus question goal from 220 by 25%, how many questions are in the new goal for practice set 21? Option A, 245. Option B, 275. Option C, 165. Option D, 55. The correct answer is option B, 275. Find 25% of 220 to get 55, then add the increase to the original goal for 275. Choice A gives 245, which adds the percent number directly to the original count, and choice C gives 165, which decreases the amount by the percent instead of increasing it. Choice D gives 55, which reports only the amount of increase rather than the new total.
Stressed about your Illinois real estate exam? We can take Illinois real estate exam for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 19. A classroom mix uses 5 blue tiles for every 6 yellow tiles. If 25 blue tiles are used, how many yellow tiles are needed for practice set 21? Option A, 11. Option B, 31. Option C, 30. Option D, 25. The correct answer is option C, 30. The blue tiles were multiplied by 5, so the yellow tiles must also be multiplied by 5. 6 times 5 equals 30. Choice A gives 11, which adds the original ratio parts instead of scaling the ratio, and choice B gives 31, which adds one yellow part to the scaled blue amount. Choice D gives 25, which uses an incomplete scale factor and does not preserve the ratio. Question 20. Which unit rate describes a printer that makes 153 pages in 9 minutes? Option A, 162. Option B, 144. Option C, 9. Option D, 17. The correct answer is option D, 17. Divide pages by minutes to find pages per minute. 153 divided by 9 equals 17. Choice A gives 162, which adds time to the total page count instead of dividing, and choice B gives 144, which subtracts the minutes from the total page count. Choice C gives 9, which uses the number of minutes as the rate. Question 21. Between the decimal choices, which value is equivalent to 9/20ths for practice set 21? Option A 0.45, option B 0.43, option C 0.22, option D 0.29. The correct answer is option A, 0.45. Convert the fraction by dividing numerator by denominator. 9 divided by 20 equals 0.45. Choice B gives 0.43, which uses a denominator that is 1 too large, and choice C gives 0.22, which reverses the division relationship between numerator and denominator. Choice D gives 0.29, which treats the numerator and denominator as digits in a percent minus-like number. Question 22. Which list orders 2/5, 65%, 0.46, 0.24 from least to greatest? Option A, 65%, 0.46, 2/5, 0.24. Option B, 0.24, 2/5, 0.46, 65%. Option C, 0.24, 0.46, 2/5, 65%. Option D, 2/5, 0.24, 0.46, 65%. The correct answer is option B, 0.24, 2/5, 0.46, 65%. Convert each value to a decimal and compare. 0.24 equals 0.24, 2/5 equals 0.40, 0.46 equals 0.46, 65% equals 0.65, so the least minus to minus greatest order is 0.24, 2/5, 0.46, 65%. Choice A gives 65%, 0.46, 2/5, 0.24, which orders the values from greatest to least, and choice C gives 0.24, 0.46, 2/5, 65%, which switches two middle values after conversion to decimals. Choice D gives 2/5, 0.24, 0.46, 65%, which places the two smallest values in the wrong order. Question 23. For a quick estimate, what is 149 plus 404 plus 115 when each number is rounded to the nearest 10 first? Option A, 668. Option B, 600. Option C, 670. Option D, 550. The correct answer is option C, 670. Round the numbers to 150, 400, and 120, then add them to get 670. Choice A gives 668, which uses the exact sum instead of an estimate based on rounding, and choice B gives 600, which rounds to the nearest 100, which is less precise than the requested nearest 10. Choice D gives 550, which rounds only two of the three numbers. Question 24. Which fraction is closest to 1 among 55/56, 27/28, 53/55, 17/18? Option A, 27/28. Option B, 53/55. Option C, 17/18. Option D, 55/56. The correct answer is option D, 55/56. Compare each fraction's distance from 1. 55/56 is only 1/56 away. Choice A gives 27/28, which is 1/28 away from 1, farther than the closest fraction, and choice B gives 53/55, which is 2/55 away from 1, farther than the closest fraction. Choice C gives 17/18, which is 1/18 away from 1, farther than the closest fraction. Question 25. A class buys 3 packs with 8 pencils in each pack and shares all pencils equally among 8 students. How many pencils does each student receive for practice set 21? Option A, 3. Option B, 1. Option C, 32. Option D, 11. The correct answer is option A, 3. First multiply 3 times 8 to get 24 pencils, then divide by 8 students to get 3. Choice B gives 1, which adds packs and pencils per pack instead of multiplying first, and choice C gives 32, which adds the number of students after finding the total pencils. Choice D gives 11, which adds the pack count to pencils per pack and stops too early.